Hey everyone, thanks for waiting for us. Welcome to our weekly webinar series. We're going to be talking about pivoting your business strategy this week. We've seen some great examples of Signpost users pivoting their business and marketing practices during the COVID crisis, so we wanted to share that with you. My name is Kelly. Joining me today is TJ. You want to say hi, TJ?
Hey everybody, glad to have you with us today.
Great. Together, we've got 7 years of experience here at Signpost on top of a few extra years working in marketing and customer experience in the SMB space. As always, we'll be recording this webinar and sending it out via email for you to go back to if needed. If you have any questions during the presentation, there is a chat box you can access at any time, and we'll address those questions at the end. So this week, we wanted to focus on pivoting to e-commerce. We've seen a lot of our merchants succeed in doing so with so many restrictions going on because of the COVID-19 crisis. E-commerce can allow you to continue to serve your customers in a way that keeps everybody safe, yourself, your employees, and your customers. We want to see if we can give you some ways to keep your business going, keep your workers employed, keeping your community safe as well. So we're going to go through a couple examples here, giving you some ideas to see if e-commerce is a solution that could be useful for you.
All right, so what we wanted to start with here is exploring our partnership with a company called PaySimple in order to help our customers out with this transition to a more digital business structure. We have partnered with PaySimple to give our customers the tools that they need to be successful during this time. So PaySimple offers a complete payment solution that allows most businesses to accept credit cards, debit cards, and ACH payments from their customers. So if that is something that you do take advantage of, as an added benefit of that PaySimple partnership, payment data is automatically pulled back into your Signpost account to further enhance that marketing automation that we have going for you. So we are able to send email campaigns based on real-time payments data with that PaySimple partnership, and we do see a sizable increase in conversion from those messages as well, just as an added benefit there. So if that is something that you're looking to take advantage of with that Signpost account, all software fees for PaySimple have been waived for any activations that occur before April 30th for our Signpost customers here, other than obviously those standard credit card processing fees where applicable. So to build on the benefits of taking advantage of that PaySimple partnership, wanted to kind of run through a few different options that PaySimple would have to help you and your business out during this time. A big one being the online store option that they have for you. You're able to sell goods and services online 24/7. You can sell services, products, subscriptions to market your business, really to help you transition into more of a digital phase here. Customers can check out using a variety of payment options and methods, and each sale is reconciled to a customer account for simple order management and tracking. Like I mentioned a little earlier, it does simplify that transition to a digital marketplace. And if that's something you'd like more information on or how to utilize some of those added tools, just let us know here at Signpost. We're happy to give you more information on the best way to take advantage of that tool, and we'll give you more information on the best way to contact us in just a couple of slides here. Kelly, we still have you? Kelly? No, well, we may have lost Kelly for just a moment here. I can go ahead and continue. We wanted to sample out some online stores that some of our clients have been using here. One example that we have pulled here is the Pet Services online store. This particular location is offering, you can prepay for doggy daycare, whether that's daily, weekly, prepay for extra time or a wash and brush here, right on that online page. So you can see how a business that usually wouldn't be taking advantage of an online service would be able to use this product here.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are. Perfect.
Sorry about that mute setting.
No worries. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add on this slide here? Shall I move on?
No, let's take a look at the next example.
Perfect. Sounds great.
All right, so this is an example of an online store in the home services area. This is a home cleaning business. So what they've done is they have actually put on a special for spring into cleaning. So a big deep clean for spring that people can go ahead and purchase online. This is definitely helpful where they could be doing phone consultations of what people would like and then giving them this link to go ahead, add this piece to their cart and check out and pay online. That way everything is contactless there. And they also have that recurring option on the right there. You'll see where they can have an ongoing cleaning service that people can enroll in. Even if they've never done it before, they can get that started here by using this online portal. Next up, we have a professional services firm. This firm does services for websites. So they've got a couple different options here, again, recurring and one-time services. They can go ahead and start monthly maintenance plans for people's websites at this time, changing things with web hosting, or they've got security certificates that can be purchased as a one-time thing that they can put together for the business. So again, allowing them to conduct business completely virtually, no need to have any meetings in person to talk about websites or services there. They could do everything totally virtually and take payment this way as well.
All right, so related to that PaySimple partnership, we are going to include a link to a form to get some more information about the business for those of you who are looking to take advantage of that partnership. I think we'll be sending out a chat to that link. We'll also be emailing out a link to you as well, so you can take a look at that. Once that's all filled out, our team will get in contact to confirm details. PaySimple will get in touch within 24 hours and be able to walk you through the application and the next steps. It is important to say that with many credit card processing systems, there are restricted businesses that are unable to take advantage of that, alcohol sales, dispensaries, CBD, guns, ammunition, tobacco, and adult stores, for example, there. All right. Now, obviously, PaySimple is not the only option that you would have to take advantage of an online store. There's many services that you may also already be using, so maybe something that you're looking into getting as well to help out with that need for an online marketplace. So one example that we're already integrated with is Square. It's a very popular service there that can help out with curbside delivery, local pickup options, if that's something that that you're looking for your business. PayPal is another one that's very common, allows easy setup options for your Squarespace, a Shopify, a Wix page, and some custom options as well. So that's a great tool to utilize during this time. Finally, MindBody is another great example. That's another one that we do have an integration with to pull in appointment data related to particularly the health and wellness sector. So we're happy to give you contact with you or stay in contact with you about different ways to utilize that service if you reach out to us and have some questions here. And Kelly, was it, looks like it might have been muted again here. Sorry about that, folks.
All right. So if you've been joining us the past couple of weeks, you've seen that every week we like to go over some campaigns that we've seen have been successful along with some tips. These may be a little repetitive, but we want to make sure we're just revisiting them to make sure as you sit down to think about the campaigns you're going to run, you're keeping these things in mind. Number one, the tone and content, we want that to reflect that of your audience. We want to be personable, honest. We're all in this kind of strange situation together. Want to make sure that we're being honest, back and forth and coming on the same level with our customers. Next, send updates as necessary. I know sometimes it feels like people are sending things out. You may want to as well, but we don't want to send things just for the sake of it. We want to make sure it's relevant. It's something that is gonna get them to actually look at that message, read that subject line, and say, "Oh yeah, I do want to take a look at this." Click through it and see what you have to say. Next up, if you are communicating tips, best practices, maybe health advice, just make sure that the sources that you are citing there are reliable. There's a lot of noise out there currently, lots of different, sources putting things out there. Just want to make sure whatever you may be sharing is from a reliable source for your local area. And lastly, get creative. This is something that we love to see here. It's actually kind of uplifting to see the types of things that people are coming up with to support their local community, support their business and their other businesses around them. So we have a couple examples we want to show you, just like we do each week. Tej, if you could advance the next slide, that'd be great. Perfect. So this is a really quick and easy campaign that a groomer and vet put together. It gives all the information they need saying, hey, we are still open. These are the services we're offering. They'll do curbside drop off and pickup and even delivery. So very quick and easy, straight to the point. This was a great example of, sending something out that's very important, but very concise. And next up, this one is a way that one of these businesses, a local print shop, is working with their local community to bring everyone together and help say thank you to the healthcare workers there. So what they're doing is they've come up with some t-shirt designs for people to purchase in their area. Any proceeds from those purchases are going to healthcare packages. This is twofold here that I love to see. Number one, they're giving care packages to the local healthcare workers, and part of that are gift cards to local restaurants. So they're actually helping out their partners in their community by purchasing gift cards and keeping that kind of giving back and keeping things running locally. Next up, this is just a quick informative update. It's telling everybody, okay, we are closing for how long, why are we closing, and all that they're thanking their patrons for understanding while they're going through this difficult time. So one thing I love to see here as well is at the very top, there is a call to action button that drives people over to their blogs. That way, if people have additional questions or maybe they wanted to take a look at relevant content to this business, it drives them over to their website to give them even more information on top of just the basics of what's going on with their current situation. And lastly, this one, it does look a little bit longer than our others, but this just from background is from a medical provider. So this is definitely a really great example because it gives really important information for their business. They're giving tips about social distancing, information about, other symptoms, or, people might be having allergies. They're giving a little kind of background of how to, just take a look at what might be happening right now and how to contact them if you think your symptoms are not just allergies. Maybe it has to do with COVID. They have online booking. They're doing telehealth visits. All that information is in here. I think it's very clear the way they've organized it. So I wanted to show that example as a great way of communicating the information, as well as having the call to action at the bottom to book online. So they're using those online resources to help get people what they need. And here, this is a recap. If you've been joining us, you've seen this a couple times each week. These are the top 8 categories we've come up with where when you're thinking of writing communications, putting together a campaign, these are some categories to look to when you're thinking, what should I be putting out there? So definitely take a look at this. As we always do, we'll send this out so you can rewatch this. You can look at the ones from last week for more examples, but these are the top categories that you may want to send out if you're thinking, what should I be sending out to my clients at this time?
So we wanted to check in and make sure that we were able to answer any questions that have come through. We do already have a couple that had been submitted, but please feel free to submit any questions in the chat bubble for this meeting, and we will get back to you. And we're also going to be sharing the best way to get in contact with us after this meeting on our next slide here. But go ahead, and if you do have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat there. We'll be happy to answer those for you or get you an answer as easily as we can. And we'll go ahead and start answering these questions that had already been submitted here.
Sure. Yep. So first off, what we had gotten earlier was if I already have PaySimple, can I create an online store? That's something we would definitely encourage you to do. So if you have a PaySimple account already, maybe you put them in that account, and you should be able to get some help from them. They have a great support team who have expertise in creating that online store. Go ahead, log in, take a look at that for more information. And if it's new to you, again, I put in the chat bubble a doc that you can fill in your information. We can get you to the right places to get you signed up for that if you're interested.
And this next one here was people have been contacting us saying that they're not sure what to offer their customers. And you can definitely feel free to reference any of our webinars that we've published and sent out so far. They are available on our help site with suggestions on what you can send out. We do also have a new content library feature within the account. So you can check that out and start there for some ideas. You can find it under the campaigns tab when you click on create a new campaign or a new offer. It'll come up with some common common options as well as a template that we have saved in there already to help you along the way. Now, one question that I get a lot from people is, we don't usually discount our services. How can I utilize this service if I'm not offering discounts, or I don't want to kind of cut any money out of my book at this time? So wanted to make sure that you don't necessarily have to be discounting services. You don't have to be cutting your prices to be able to utilize these tools. Informational campaigns have been very successful, whether you're just letting people know about things that you've done to make it easier on them, or different services that you're providing that might be useful for them. You don't necessarily have to be discounting any of your services.
Great. And next up we had, can I send out texts with my online purchasing options? Absolutely. If you are creating an offer, you can select that it goes out via email, text, or both. We also have a text blast option within the system under your the texting tab. So our webinar last week featured how to use the texting functionality in depth. So I would definitely recommend going to our help site. When you log in, there is a button on the top right corner to go to our help site, and you'll be able to actually rewatch that and see if you can get some help on how to create that if you're new to it. And again, if you need help, log in and click on our support bubble at the bottom right to chat a representative, and they can walk you through that and get you more specific help if you need it.
So when I see there was a question that had come through. I think one was how you can connect an email database and lead capture forms to your signpost. We do have an email connect feature within the account. We're able to pull in any emails that are in the inbox or outbox automatically within the account to add them into the account, immediately start reaching out to those people to start driving those results, and make sure you can reach out to them with the rest of your customers as well. Feel free to either take a look at our help center, or give us a chat within the account if you're having any issue. With that, it can be found under the settings section of your account under email settings. As far as lead capture forms, that varies based on what type of lead capture form you have or what service you're using. Oftentimes, those lead captures either will go into an email or they'll get compiled in a list within the service that you're using. If you're able to download that list and upload that in the account, or get that over to us, we're happy to make sure that you're taken care of with that. It's tough to give an answer to that one specifically because there are many different softwares that people are using. There's not one sort of a one-size-fits-all answer as far as getting leads within the account, but generally we are able to do it with one of our strategies here. And instructional,
Right.
oh, sorry, I was going to say instructional tips on how to connect through Square as well. We do have some information on that in our help center. Within the account, you can go into our integrations tab, and there's a button to connect your Square account, enter in your Square credentials, and it'll be able to integrate with your Square system there. If you're having any issue with that, like I mentioned, you can reach out to us in that chat bubble. You can reach out to us on phone or email as well, and then you can also take a look at that help center.
Great. If there aren't any other questions.
Perfect. All right, we'll go ahead and cruise on through. As I was mentioning, we are still available to help out with any questions you might have. We want to make sure you're fully taken care of there. So if you have questions, let us know. Our support team is handling a large influx of calls right now, as you can probably imagine. So we would encourage you to log into your account and click on that chat bubble that's in the bottom right-hand corner. They are able to assist with those chats much faster than calls during this time. We do have people standing by to live answer those questions during business hours. And as always, to stay up to date with all things Signpost, we'd love to have you follow us on social media. We love interacting with the people that we're working with, and we do share different tips and tricks there as well. So you can reach out to us to our support email, our phone call. You can see our help center up in the top right-hand corner of your account dashboard, and you can chat us within your account as well. Hopefully one of those options would be would work for all of you here.
All right, well, we'll leave the meeting open for a couple more minutes in case you do want to put any questions in the chat, but thanks everyone for joining. And as always, keep an eye out for the email we'll be sending you with this recording so you can reference it if needed. You guys have a great weekend.